YouTube, chicks. Get ready. You know what to do, chicks.
I find him. You know, I like Chick Smooth. Chick Smooth is somebody I really enjoy listening to on YouTube because Chick just got an intellectual curiosity about things.
Oh man, change is coming. To all my Joe Budden podcast fans, you guys are going to be in for a treat. Now, first and foremost, congrats to Joe Budden and Charlemagne. Forbes just released their list of the highest paid podcasters. And no, this is not just for hip hop podcasters. This is not just for black people. This is for podcasters across all genres. Now, of course, you guys know Joe Rogan is the big dog. He's the guy that sets the pace and standard for how much certain people should be getting paid. If you're a podcaster or you currently have a podcast, you might want to do some research on what Joe Rogan got going on. Now, the next two podcasters on the list are tech-based podcasts. And if you go to the fourth highest paid podcaster, it's Ashley Flowers, who runs Crime Junkie. I want you guys to keep that in mind for later on. Now, Charlemagne came in at number 10 with $27 million a year. And then Joe Budden came in at number 15 with 20 M's a year. Now, Joe, I don't want to pocket watch you, brother, but I'm pretty sure that 20 M number has definitely doubled from last year. Now, Joe and Ian did an interview with Forbes. It's actually very interesting. If you guys enjoy the behind the scenes stuff of podcasting, the business aspect of it, definitely go check out this interview. Now, during this interview, Joe had somewhat of a breaking news. According to Joe, he's going to be starting up a new podcast next month. And no, it's not a podcast about strippers. It's not a podcast about hip hop. It actually has absolutely nothing to do with music. According to Joe, he's going to be starting up a true crime podcast called Crime in America. And his brand new co-host is going to be the legendary Dick Wolf. Here's what he said.
Very excited. I'm starting my true crime journey. I've got a true crime podcast coming. Okay. Partnering with Dick Wolf and Headline.
Sweet. When is that? When's that come out?
When is it coming out?
Yeah.
August.
Okay.
August.
And I guess tell me a little bit about it. You're hosting the show?
The show's going to be called Crime in America. And without giving you too much, we're going to delve into some stories. I'm a true crime head.
You are?
I'm a true crime head, so I watch it all.
Okay.
So this will be me looking at stories, telling stories, like just putting a modern spin on true crime.
Fair enough. And I guess how does this fit in with your independence model? Is this something you're doing in partnership with someone else?
Partnering with Dick Wolf and Headline. Yeah.
Yeah. This was absolutely like another step in the right direction for us in a category that Joe has been itching to do for a long time. Partnering with iconic company like Wolf Entertainment. Dick Wolf is the best true crime news storyteller of the last 3 decades. And Advance being one of the greatest media companies in the world with over 80 newspapers and stations. We're going to have access to field reporters and stories as they're breaking. So I think the model that we're trying to create here was reinventing the way true crime and news are delivered on a weekly basis. And Joe being this entirely new personality, voice, and perspective to take us there. I think the most important point that fans of Joe and us will appreciate is, no, we didn't just do a deal where we signed over the rights. We actually are owners in this franchise, and we did this in true partnership with Advance and Dick Wolf Entertainment, and are
honored to do so.
Yeah, honored to do so. Like the fact that
he's a legend for sure.
Yeah, I mean, and they've made the best true crime television in history, in my opinion. Shows I still watch today, and Joe and I are just hoping to be a part of, you know, the new phase of that 2026 forward.
Now, if you guys are fans of the Joe Budden podcast, you kind of knew this was going to happen eventually. Joe is a true crime buff. The man enjoys watching true crime shows. He talks about it often on the podcast, so much so that you knew eventually he was going to go into this lane. Now, here's why this is also a huge power move. True crime podcasts are very popular. If you guys go to the top podcast list, that list is dominated by a lot of true crime podcasts. So even though during this interview, Joe and Ian are trying to pitch it as a hobby of Joe's, these guys know exactly what they're doing. They're currently dominating the hip hop podcast lane with the Joe Budden podcast. He kind of dipped his toes into sports podcasting with Zaire Franklin. He also used to have a female-led podcast. And now they've also built a website for any streamers, content creators, and that's not including the other shows on Patreon like Podwives, and also the Patreon exclusive interviews he does. So from what it looks like, Joe and Ian are definitely dipping their toes into different sectors, trying to see what's going to work outside of the main Joe Budden podcast. Now, if you ask me, here's why I think this true crime podcast by Joe is going to work. Joe knows just like anything he does, a lot of his fans, even music fans, are still going to check it out. The man has built a cult-like fan base for many years now. He's also going to have his music fans, his podcast fans, and secondly, Joe definitely has the voice and personality to make this thing bigger. If you guys remember, Joe has auditioned for some movies and also some voiceover work.
Dressed up for.
He was going for Daredevil.
Nah, hold up. Hold up. Don't play on my name. Fucking Corey found some drug dealer with a script. That was writing. It was
If
like
only Tubi was around
it was
a
like
little
Tubi,
earlier.
Yeah, it was like a different version of Power, and I was supposed to be the lead tough guy in the shit. So I was taking the acting classes because I was supposed to be the lead.
He's supposed to be Ghoul.
I'm gonna fuck you up, Amani. I'm not cool.
Yo, you don't got no abs. You would have been taking a shower.
With the dad bod.
And lastly, there's not a lot of black people in the true crime podcast lane. So if Joe finds a way to make it funny and relatable to his community, best believe by next year, we're going to see Joe much higher on that Forbes list. Listen, man, you guys get in the comments below. What do you guys make of Joe starting this new podcast with Dick Wolf? And by the way, you guys all know Joe loves Law and Order. So this is a huge win for him. How do you guys all think this podcast is going to look like in a year from now? Like this video, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys later, man. If anyone out there has ever wished that payday came sooner, don't you guys worry, I got the right solution for you. There's a banking app called Current. It comes with a ton of features, and one of those features is a paycheck advance. That's right, you guys. Current lets you access $750 from your paycheck early if you qualify. Now, you also get tons of features like having a fee-free overdraft, and it also allows you to build your credit. Now, shout out to Current for sponsoring this video. They're giving away $75 to anybody that signs up using my link or scans the QR code on the screen. Once you scan that code, it will take you straight to the sign up page where you're going to create your account. All you have to do is just enter your information and order your Current card. Now, after you complete those steps, you're going to see the option pop up to enter my promo code ChickSmooth, which unlocks the $75 bonus when you switch your direct deposit. So if you or anyone out there is feeling like managing money is tight and stressful, definitely check out the Current app because that's exactly what it's designed for. Now, let's go back to the video.